Lubden. Okay, man, I gotta take a break. We've been chanting Lubden for 7 straight days. I gotta take a break.
We were riding a high.
I am high because of a lack of oxygen to my brain, and I haven't eaten anything.
You're probably right.
I'm like stuck to this chair.
Yeah. You know what's funny? The leprechaun. Lubden that we love.
Lubden, yeah.
He isn't the only return we're talking about this week.
No, he's not.
There was some news that broke.
What?
Recently.
While we were chanting Lubden?
Absolutely. It must have.
That's how we have to have missed it.
Yeah, we definitely just didn't go to the event that it was, announced at.
We just didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were here. We were saying Lubden.
Yeah.
For the record, Lubden, that's the leprechaun's name.
Mm-hmm.
For people who, for some reason, picked. Well, this one I could justify coming into this movie.
Maybe they listened to our Leprechaun episode, and then they jumped right to the Leprechaun Returns.
They're like, I heard these are the only 2 in the real timeline.
Yeah. But yeah, a couple weeks ago at MegaCon in Orlando, Universal Orlando made an announcement about HHN Halloween Horror Nights 35 for this year. There's been, a couple things, I think back on like Friday the 13th of March, since, we've had 2 Friday the 13th so far. We get 1 more, I think, in November.
And that's the one that kills us.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, baby.
Lubden.
He's back, baby. But yeah, I think they announced that's when they showed the icon, like the HHN Halloween Horror Nights 35 like logo that was very circus tent themed.
Yes.
And then there was like some media gifts that were sent out to a bunch of like, theme park people and influencers and things that were going to go to MegaCon. And so they all got this notice that had like, 35 years of fear, blah, 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 blah. And if you looked at the hidden message in there, all the lowercase letters, it spelled out the word icon.
Yeah.
Which is important for Halloween Horror Nights for anyone who doesn't know. And so then the panel that happened at the actual event, Universal finally released the preview sketch revealing Jack the Clown.
Yeah.
The icon of Halloween Horror Nights 10.
I'm looking at him right behind you.
What? He's right behind me.
He's a little guy on your shelf.
And Dr. Oddfellow, the icon of HHN 32.
Really in
2023, yeah.
Yeah, really an occultist, clownish sort of Frankenstein and his monster, if you will.
Yeah. But they are going to serve as the dual icons at the event this year.
Mm-hmm. It's also a soft announcement that they're bringing back dueling dragons.
Oh, is that what they were teasing?
No. Oh, I missed that, right?
Yeah, I missed that house. But they also revealed the first of 10 haunted houses for this year, and the name of which is Jack and Oddfellow, Chaos and Control.
I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, with some art, which looks awesome, and some concept art of like what things might happen in the house.
And then they had some merch that looked terrible.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, it skewed way Juggalo for me.
Oh, interesting. there is one HHN like shirt that I own.
Yeah.
Of a plethora.
Yeah. It's all we wear.
Where it's like, that's the one that I don't wear all that much because it does skew a little. And what's funny is it is the icon Jack house shirt of 2025.
Right.
Well, not 2025, but year 25.
Yeah, the 25, which is funny because the 35, the way it looks like kind of old dead, like, really bright old light bulbs within like the metal housing. That's what 25's logo looked like as well.
Yep.
Which I didn't know because I wasn't going there at that point.
Yeah. It was an incredible year. Anytime, and I've said this to you before, it's like the anniversary years are hard to top because they... At this point, especially, they know how much fans of the event love the event, and they love to see their favorite icons and characters and locations and settings come back and get a new, dose of blood thrown on them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hopefully clown blood.
Hopefully.
You can never have too much clown blood.
Right. But yeah, this apparently this year they will be teaming up Jack and Oddfellow And the house will be a retelling of Jack the Clown's backstory as narrated by Dr. Oddfellow. And then the two of them will eventually team up to form what they're calling the Infernal Circus of Nightmares, which I guess is the overall theme of the event this year.
See, I think what they should do is they should have Jack and Oddfellow team up to stop an even bigger threat.
Oh, well, what could that possibly be?
An even more dangerous duo of Daniel Robitaille, who's joined forces.
Finally.
With Loved It. Hello and welcome to the Third Channel Podcast,
where we delve into the horror franchises you love from the perspectives of a lifelong horror fan.
I'm just going to go straight like news anchor with this. And a newbie to the genre, I'm PJ.
And I'm Derek.
And today, the only thing we're here to talk about, it's like from the Powerpuff Girls, is horror. Today's horror is surprisingly incredible.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like this in like 6 weeks.
It is like truly. It's like 6 weeks of us just going deeper and deeper into the levels of hell. And then this is a breath of fresh air that was completely out of nowhere.
Well, not only is it out of nowhere, it also I'm not a gambler. I don't like to predict futures.
Right.
I can predict quality of movies.
Yes.
And when you're like, oh yeah, this was a straight to DVD, like, 2018, like super low budget indie attempt to remake, like to reboot the Leprechaun franchise. I would have said, that's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And you know how I would say that? Because I did on this show. I said it was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Now, we are missing one. Eagle-eyed viewers will notice, and we've mentioned this before, but eagle-eyed listeners will notice we did not talk about Leprechaun Origins.
No, we joked about it at different times of like, oh yeah, I'm sure all these answers will be, all these questions will be answered in that one.
Yeah.
So we skipped it. Now, I haven't told you this.
Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking.
I sat the other night and watched Leprechaun Origins.
Oh, how bad is it?
It's really bad. It is something.
Oh, okay. No, that works out because Derek, when was the first time you watched Leprechaun Origins?
Oh, like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
At this point. When did you watch it?
I haven't.
Oh.
Okay, great. Anything worth talking about production-wise?
I didn't write any notes for it, but probably not.
That's totally fine. Do you recommend?
Ooh, no.
Neither do I, because I haven't seen. See, now we've done Origins.
Yeah, it is one where like it is Leprechaun in name only.
Yeah,
it is a bizarre. Why did we choose to do the gritty reboot of this franchise?
Is he just like
one?
I've seen the picture.
What do you think of a leprechaun? How they look in these movies?
Like
a little guy,
with the wrinkly face, evil little teeth, hat, buckle shoes, and Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
Now not as much, but
it doesn't look like that.
No,
it looks like a bony creature, like kind of a ratty, bat-faced. Have you ever seen what is it? Extro? It's like a horror sci-fi low budget one that there's like a famous gif of like people driving down the road and there's like a creepy thing on the side of the road and it turns its head and then walks.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like that.
Okay. I've heard that it looks like the creatures from that cave spelunking movie.
It does look like that as well.
That's so bizarre.
It's really weird. He's what's even stranger is that the whole gimmick is that one's produced by WWE.
Right.
They get whatever Hornswoggle which is a wrestler whose gimmick in the ring is that he dresses like a leprechaun.
Great.
To be in this movie.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, he is the one in that costume that looks nothing like a leprechaun.
That is so bizarre.
He doesn't like talk. He doesn't rhyme. He doesn't do any of the bits.
It would be like if you were doing like a movie where there was like a badass, like a badass warrior who could like summon the dead, and you cast the Undertaker and you make him like in a wheelchair and like he's blind and his face is covered. And it's like, well, why
he has a blonde buzz cut. He looks like Eminem.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if Eminem played we're going too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so bizarre. But we decided because of all of those factors that Derek had kind of read beforehand, that really didn't fit the mold of the franchise. It is franchise probably by name only.
Yeah.
That would be like if somebody called a movie like Halloween something, and we were like, oh, well, is that a Halloween movie? But it doesn't have anything to do with Haddonfield Michael. Loomis doesn't shoot someone 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Who would ever do that? And then who would ever like name their podcast after that specific entry in the franchise?
Well, Deborah Hill would do it, and we would.
I stan a Deborah Hill.
I stan a Third Channel podcast where we delve into... anyway, so yes, the film that we are discussing in this, our final episode.
Yes.
In the Leprechaun franchise.
Uh-huh.
Leprechaun Returns. Very surprisingly good movie. And it's not good in the way that we have had to fucking wring silver flakes out of these movies in the last few weeks.
Not gold flakes?
No, definitely not gold.
Oh.
It's like the first
Lubden
two
would not like that.
Yeah, well, Lubden doesn't care about silver or iron. He hates iron.
Ooh.
He loves me gold. Well, his gold.
Yeah.
Smee gold and Gal Lubden. It doesn't matter. I was going to try to make Gal and Lubden work, but I am not a smart fellow. But I am a fart smello.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the first time. I think you had seen it yesterday.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
And then we watched it together today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I wish that we had skipped 2, 3, 4, and both of the In the Hoods and just watched. You know what? No, I would have been happy to watch Leprechaun 3, and then Leprechaun Returns.
Okay.
Because I like 3. I've come around on 3. I like 3. I like the guy who turns into a leprechaun. I think that's funny.
Yeah, we'll have to actually remember to do our rankings toward the end of this episode, since it's the end of a franchise for us. Because we forgot to do that.
That's a fair point.
With Candyman.
Well, I mean, Candyman's easy.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's Candyman. Then
Candyman.
Then Candyman. And then Candyman's 2 and 3 in that order.
Correct.
Right.
I guess that's why I didn't think about it until we were way after it. I'm like, oh, we didn't rank those at all. That was the end of the franchise. Yeah. We didn't do any sort of like to do about anything, but I didn't know if it was because Ty was here or we had already spent.
No, I think what it was for me is that a franchise with 4 entries.
Yeah.
It's only going to be kind of that order, especially because 3 is terrible.
Yeah.
And none of the other ones are as bad as that. No.
2 is also not great.
No, it's definitely not. Candyman 2 is probably, I would say, like rewatchably.
It's serviceable.
Yeah, it is probably as good as Leprechaun Returns. Be careful what you wish for. A group of unwitting sorority sisters accidentally awaken the serial-killing leprechaun after they build a sorority house on his hunting grounds.
Okay.
Now, they don't wake him up. That's the only thing I kind of have a concern with, is that they aren't solely responsible for that.
Yeah.
Because guess what, guys? I'm coming right out with this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this is the character we get again. Ozzy's back. Yeah. Remember Ozzy, the developmentally disabled man-child from the first movie who was like problematic? He's back and he's old.
And not as problematic in this one.
No, he's like my favorite. I think he gives my favorite performance in this entire movie.
It's a simple one, but I enjoy it.
It worked so well. He's like there are mystical elements to him at a certain point in the movie, and it's great.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, he gives Lubden a run for his money. Okay, and just to let you guys in behind the curtain of the Third Channel podcast. Derek and I have been making Lubden jokes for a straight week.
Yeah.
Like, since we on this show talked about the fact that guy's name is Lubden, we have not let it go.
Yeah. I'm at this point, I'm now sorry that I did not bring that up sooner.
Because
we would have just never stopped.
Yeah. I'm happy that you didn't, because I mean, like, we pulled decent numbers.
Right.
We would watch that explode. People would be like, well, no, implode. It's just,
gotcha. Okay.
Our downloads would stop. People would be like, the Lubden guys.
Yeah, the Lubden bit has gone too far.
What I will say is that a great alternative name for this podcast would have been the Lubden guys.
That's the new subtitle.
It's the Lubden guys. Subtitle: They're back for me gold.
Leprechaun Returns.
Yes.
Was it has a weird release, which I'll go into, but let's say it was released on December 11th of 2018. It is directed by Steven Kostanski. It is written by Suzanne Keeley, I guess would be how that's pronounced.
Probably.
It's produced by Darren Cameron, Adam Friedlander, and Daniel Iron.
Daniel Iron?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Lubden would hate that guy.
Yeah, that's why they bring that thing back in this one, like that little detail, because he's like, well, I'm going to put myself in there. The cinematography is done by Trevor Calverley. Yeah.
Wow.
He was the cinematographer on a 2010 horror movie called Night Drive, a 2015 action horror film called Shark Killer.
Is Night Drive the one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
April Fools.
He followed his shark movie up with a big alligator movie.
Great.
With Lake Placid Legacy, a 2018 B horror film.
I bet it was so good.
He did it comes up a lot. All these people worked on that movie. He shot a horror comedy in 2018 called Killer High. He shot the Banana Splits movie, the 2019 horror comedy that was kind of like before Five Nights at Freddy's happened.
Oh, gotcha.
Before the movie, I should say, happened.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say the Banana Stand.
No. But there is always money there.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
Well, I wouldn't know. I burned it down.
And then he also shot Slumber Party Massacre, the 2021 slasher remake. The editor is Christopher Mins, who had done 10 episodes of Letterkenny, which is a comedy show that I've never seen.
I love Letterkenny.
Okay, that is one that you've seen.
Yeah, that and the spin-off show of that, Shoresy.
Oh,
it's just Canadian hockey humor, man.
Okay.
And that's where Dart comes from.
That's what I thought. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, if Dylan and I ever have a cigarette, because we're discussing trash people, we'll look at each other and we say, "Would you have a dart?" And that comes from Letterkenny.
Okay. Well, we got there.
Shout out Dylan.
Uh-huh.
He's a guy that we know.
Yeah.
Yuck. Anyway, go ahead.
But he edited 10 episodes of that. He was the editor on Lake Placid Legacy. 3 episodes of The Hardy Boys, which is, I guess, it may have been on Amazon. It was a series based on the mystery novels. 6 episodes of something called Surreal Estate, and then a horror comedy from 2024 called Scared Shitless. I have no idea. Like, none of these things sound real. The budget for this is an estimated $1.5 million. Which is basically what the last 2 movies have been. The box office, there's not one, because this was a made for TV movie.
Yeah.
It released digitally.
Which is funny because, oh God, I think it was Back to. I think it was Back to the Hood.
It was one of the Hood movies.
Had all those commercial break shots.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
But this doesn't have any of that.
No, doesn't feel the same way. In a weird way, feels like an actual movie.
Well, and it being made in 2018 and being shot on video versus being made whenever Back to the Hood came out. I mean, it had to be early 2000s.
Yeah, like 2000.
Yeah. I mean, the quality is insane because it looks good.
Yeah.
It's clearly video-y.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take me out of it.
But, and the other thing is, we've seen other ones like this, because the main one that comes to mind with this is how to do this idea poorly, and that is Critters Attack.
Yes.
And so it has, at times, it has that kind of like shimmer look to the whole thing.
What I will say is that Critters Attack, I think the major difference, and we'll say this a million more times because we've already said it before.
Yeah.
If you are making a reboot of something beloved, it is not enough to be a fan of it.
No.
It is not enough to like it a lot. You also have to have a vision and be talented. Because if you are not, you get Critters Attack.
Yeah.
And if you are, you get Leprechaun Returns.
Good point. And I think that it has a lot to do with our director, Steven Kostanski. He had done a short film in the ABCs of Death 2. ABCs of Death is an anthology horror film where it's like 26 mini like short films, one for each letter of the alphabet.
Oh, cute.
And so he did W is for Wish in ABCs of Death 2. His next kind of big thing was in 2016. He did a Lovecraftian horror film called The Void. I saw it like back whenever it first came out, and I didn't love it. I need to give it a second chance, obviously, because then I've watched basically the rest of his filmography, and I really like this dude's style, so I really need to give that one another shot, because then he followed this film up with Psycho Gorman, which is a sci-fi horror comedy, which is insane.
Yeah, you've talked to me a lot about that. Yeah.
And then he did a segment in VHS 94, which is the Veggie Masher commercial. So another anthology horror film.
Okay. I did see 94 with you that day. Yeah, I like that part.
He did another movie that we watched today called Frankie Frico.
Guys, I really like Leprechaun Returns, but if I had my I think you and I should do Frankie Frico as a one-off, as like a Derek Sturdy does, a palate cleanser. Yeah. I loved that movie. It was so much fun.
We'll find a place to slot it in then.
Yeah. It's not horror at all.
No. It's a horror comedy at best, but it is like
it's a Capri Sun commercial.
Oh yeah,
it's insane.
Oh yeah, it's from 2024. And the main thing here, the reason it was on my radar, and then I think probably the reason it was on your radar after I said it, was that Mike, Jay, and Rich Evans from Red Letter Media do voices as characters in that.
Yeah.
And then Steven Kostanski also most recently did the Deathstalker remake in 2025, which like just released on video. So I need to get my hands on that one.
Yeah. I'd like to see the original as well.
Yeah, I need to see the original, which you can find that typically streaming somewhere.
I also want to see the second one because I'm absolutely in love with Monique Gabriella. She's a terrible actor.
Okay.
But she's very attractive.
Okay. The writer, Suzanne Keeley or Kylie or whatever I said her name as before.
You've said both several times each.
She wrote an episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Okay.
She wrote Killer High, that TV horror comedy from 2018. A 2019 teen horror called Light as a Feather. She did 16 episodes of that. She wrote the Slumber Party Massacre 2021 remake, and then all 18 episodes of something called Warrior Nun.
Wow.
Yeah. She, I don't know what like any of those things are. And then all of the producers, I was going to list all their stuff off separately, but it's like, basically, they all worked on. So Darren Cameron, Adam Friedlander, and Daniel Iron, they had all worked on Lake Placid Legacy in 2018, Dead in the Water in 2018, the Banana Splits movie 2019, Slumber Party Massacre in 2021. It looks like Killer Body Count in 2024. But then Darren Cameron he was also the producer on Send Help, the 2026 Sam Raimi movie that just came out this year.
Oh, okay.
Very good. Very, very Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Good to see him back directing again. Adam Friedlander was also a producer on Novocaine, the 2025
Jack Quaid
vehicle. As well as Critters Attacks, unfortunately. And then Daniel Iron, he was an executive producer on Fido, that 2006 zombie movie that I think you've seen.
I love that movie so much. Yep. It's so sweet. And I like that. I like anything aesthetically with that huge juxtaposition of, it's why I love Fallout so much. The juxtaposition of like Atom retrofuturism 50s set against the end of the world. I don't know why that like media gets made with those components together so often, but I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, probably because that was the era that we were most worried about nuclear, fallout and that, and so it's like you jump forward because even whenever they redid Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom at Disney, in 94, they did the new rebranding of Tomorrowland, and that's all retrofuturism.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. Who wins in a fight generally? A Deathclaw from the Fallout series, big, mean lizard with horns and claws, or Lubden?
Man.
Now, keep in mind, Lubden has the Force. Let's say a Deathclaw, in the forest, and then Lubden, but he's got 17 gold shillings in his pockets.
Oh, you got to give it to Lubden.
It's Lubden, baby.
But he gets his power from the gold.
Yeah. Oh, dude. And if they fought in if they fought in an early 2000s, really urban neighborhood, obviously Lappin' the Hood, he'd be up to no good.
He has sang that several times.
Well, he didn't sing it. He rapped it. Come on, man. Don't be square.
Speaking of music.
Yeah.
Andres Smith had done the music for House on Willow Street, a 2016 horror film, Lake Placid Legacy, Slumber Party Massacre, a 2024 lion movie called Prey, which is people get, I think it's the one where people get trapped in a, it's like these two girls get trapped in a car in the middle of Africa, and lions
the
are
poster for that.
Yeah, I think that's the one. And then he followed that up with Slay in 2024, which was apparently a vampire drag queen movie.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, we'll have to find that.
Yeah.
So this is the 8th installment in the Leprechaun franchise, and it is a direct sequel to 1993's Leprechaun, basically disregarding anything that happened in the previous 5 sequels in a very similar way to Halloween 2018.
Yeah. And it's funny because that is the immediate comparison is no, these don't count. It's only, you got to skip all of those. And it's oh, okay. I don't really love that, but this one gets away with it because it's just the one.
Yeah.
And I mean, not the one movie. I mean, it's the one time they've done that. Right. The rest of them have been oh, I don't give a fuck.
No.
What you take
Throw
is canon.
The rules out.
Who gives a shit?
Which drives me insane. I want to say that may have something to do with why I don't gel with so much of this franchise, because I love whenever a franchise
has continuity.
And so this one doesn't, it throws me a bit.
Yeah. What I will say is that everything that precedes Leprechaun in the Hood is immediately useless by the virtue of them not following the continuity. And I think I mentioned this at the time, but in not Back to the Hood, in the Hood, we see him be able to, with the flick of his fingers, blow someone's chest open.
Yes.
He has implanted a magical explosive in their chest.
Maybe he has.
So the fact that he can just do that, he should have been doing it the whole time, and he should do it forever. It's Homelander's laser beams in The Boys. It's why would he? Yeah. I probably said exactly
that. Is the exact example you gave.
I am nothing if not predictable.
Wow.
But I'm not predictable, so I'm nothing.
Oh my God. He faded away, guys. This was an international co-production between Canada, the United States, and South Africa. Originally, they were planning on shooting this in Canada, but they were trying to shoot it in March, and then the movie takes place in the summer. So Steve Kostanski was like, how is that going to work, guys?
How are we going to shoot towards the end of winter in Canada?
And so I guess the production company had recently filmed Lake Placid Legacy in South Africa. And so they were like, why don't you just move the shoot down here? And so they shot the whole thing in Cape Town, South Africa. So
weird. It looks nothing like that.
No, but once you kind of know that, because I know I want to say it's the 6th or 7th maybe Tremors film shoots down there, and so it's the trees are very similar.
Okay.
You kind of, once you know that's where it is, it's you start spotting it in these other low budget horror sequels and stuff.
I have a friend who's from South Africa, who I've been telling this is the franchise we're watching, this is what we're doing. She remarked that she thinks that Lubden would be our Lubden. Our lovely Lubden would be a great person to experience. There's no easy way to say this, fellatio from.
Wow.
Because of the height
Oh.
It'd be right there. And I said, I would literally rather die because he's a creep.
Yeah. But his forehead is ribbed for your pleasure.
That's worse.
Warwick Davis was offered the chance to reprise his role as Lubden the Leprechaun, but he declined because he said that he had stopped appearing in horror films after the birth of his children. To quote him, he said, "You know what? We did 6 Leprechaun films, and around Halloween, people always watch them and they love them. Horror is an interesting medium. I think it's different when you have kids. You look at horror in a slightly different way. Since I finished those Leprechaun films, I've had children and I see the world through their eyes. And to be in a horror movie right now is probably not probably not quite right. I will wait until my son turns 18 and then I'll probably do some horror again." So
I get it.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Mm-hmm.
It is the biggest, and it's not even, I don't know. I don't think it's a fair complaint, but I have it nonetheless of like, it's the later Hellraisers where Doug Bradley's gone. It's like, man, he really should be in this.
Yeah.
It's like him being gone hurts the quality overall.
Yeah, a bit. Lennon Porco is who took over the role. I think he does a decent job.
Sure.
Lionsgate initially tried to contact Jennifer Aniston to resume her character of Tori Redding. However, the production company clarified that they could not reach a financial agreement. And so she was somewhat replaced in this movie.
Oh my God. Could you just imagine they reach out to Jennifer Aniston and they're like, "Hey, you know, we're kind of a smaller budget production. We're just really trying to revive this franchise. We've got all this stuff. We have a shooting location. We'd really like to have you. Are you interested?" And they just get a response, $5 million. That's all it says.
Sounds like for what? Like, no. The budget of the movie. Are you offering that for to budget the movie with? Because we were only going to do this for like $1.5 million.
They send that and they get the auto response. They're like, "Oh my God, she blocked us." She's no friend to us.
No? Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Central Perk.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen that show?
Nope.
Neither have I.
No. Leprechaun Returns premiered digitally via video on demand on December 11th of 2018, but then it made its worldwide television premiere on the Sci-Fi Channel on March 17th of 2019.
I did see that Sci-Fi was involved in this.
Yes, they distributed it.
Yeah.
So Sci-Fi for the last several years, very many years apparently, have been doing a Leprechaun marathon every St. Patrick's Day.
Great.
So I guess they premiered it, in the marathon.
Fantastic.
I would assume.
One thing I will say is that Sci-Fi, I think, let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure Sci-Fi is owned by Universal. I think Universal owns them and USA Network, which is why Chucky was on USA.
Okay.
Because they take these horror shows and these things that they make that are a little low budget, but they still put them out there that way. It's strange. Oh man, I'd kill for a Lubden house at HHN. Could you imagine if he was the actual icon?
Wow.
Running around, sticking people with a fork or whatever.
Yeah, if he was like Art the Clown last year where he could just pop up anywhere.
Yeah, but it was actually it was actually Lubden.
Yeah. And he actually hurt people.
He popped their eyes out.
Yeah.
What is up with eyeballs in this franchise?
It's a running thing. It's in probably 6 of the 8.
I was going to say, I think it might be in No. Well, yeah, because even in Back to the Hood, his eye gets popped out. It's like he loses an eye or takes someone's eye in every movie.
Yeah. He loves them.
Loves it.
Can't keep your eyes off of Lubden. So basically, the only thing else I have is kind of a look at what could have been and what might be. Because apparently, as early as 2008 to as late as March of 2019, Darren Lynn Bousman, who directed 4 of the Saw movies, he has shown interest in doing a Leprechaun reboot with Warwick Davis. He has detailed a plot that would send the Leprechaun back to the Colorado Gold Rush. So Leprechaun in the Old West. In an interview in 2021 with Bloody Disgusting, Bousman further explained that his potential film would not be a reboot, but more of a direct sequel to the Leprechaun franchise, and that he would demand that Warwick Davis come back. He further declared that he would stick to the darkly comedic themes of the original 6 films.
I'm sorry. You're going to demand?
Yeah.
That's weird phrasing.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what it said where I copied this.
He's like, if he doesn't come back, I'm going to put him in a trap. It's like, Jesus.
It's like, I'm very serious about this.
He puts him in a trap and he's like trying to get him into like a jigsaw trap, but Warwick Davis is a little person and it doesn't fit in it. And he's like, God damn it.
This worked like in my head. I drew all these diagrams.
Like, I knew I should have done the stretcher one.
Yeah.
Fuck. I can't get the arms and the legs buckled. And then Warwick does like a Wonder Woman spin and he's Lubden and he attacks him.
Oh, gotta love it. In April of 2022, Bloody Disgusting reported that Lionsgate was actively seeking pitches for the next Leprechaun movie. And then nearly a year later, in February of 2023, franchise creator Mark Jones, director of the original, told Den of Geek that he had discussed the idea of a new film with Warwick Davis and expressed interest in seeing the franchise adapted for television. He said, quote, Warwick and I have talked on and off about it, and he likes the idea of Leprechaun in the Wild West. I think they should do a TV series where the leprechaun travels the country looking for his gold. And then in July of 2023, The Hollywood Reporter announced that Lionsgate had plans on rebooting the franchise again with Felipe Vargas directing. March 2025 announced that Vargas would no longer direct the film. So that's still up in the air. And then, unfortunately, Mark Jones, creator of the franchise, writer and director of the original film, died January 16th of this year, 2026.
What a shame.
That was a day before his 73rd birthday, apparently.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. It's kind of like back when we were talking about Black Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's like Bob Clark they had done the remake in 2006, and they were talking about like, well, what if we did like a legacy sequel to the original? What would that look like? And then he like died in a freak accident.
And then they made what they made instead, and good Lord. Good Lord.
Your bear isn't the only animal on the endangered list, love.
This can't be real.
Do I look like a figment of imagination to you? Fruity and full-bodied, with hints of your mother.
Here's the thing my mom always said was real. She wasn't crazy.
Crazy to think she could get rid of me forever. Her and her friends tried. They watched me melt and threw me down the well to rot. But if you leave a piece of a leprechaun intact, then you haven't killed a leprechaun. No. And thanks to this piece of gold taken from my friend's bowels, I was able to reform at my discretion.
I really like the guy who has taken over for Warwick. I like his performance in this.
Yeah.
I love the look. I think he looks great. He looks the part. It never takes me out of it. Him not being Warwick Davis doesn't take me out of the fact that it's still the same character. I can buy into that. Oh my God, his accent is all over the place. There are lines where he's literally like, oh, well, I want me pot of gold. And then the very next line is like, right? You get that.
That's
I want me pot of gold. Okay. So go get it. Cause I'm like, I got an Uber on the way right now.
like he's putting it on.
Yeah. The leprechaun.
Like Lubden himself.
Yeah.
It's like that whole thing is a shtick.
Yeah. Lubden is just from the American Midwest. Yeah. He's like, now listen, I need me pot of gold if I want me power. Oh my fucking God. My head hurts so bad. My head, or he's from Long Island. God, my head hurts like you wouldn't fucking believe.
Lubden?
Yeah, that's me.
Is that you?
I'm fucking Lubden. I'm wearing a dirty fucking wife beater. My chest hair is thicker than a rug. I'm eating a meatball sub or whatever.
Yeah. It's awful.
Yeah. Hey, that's Lubden, baby.
This film starts with a slow-mo clips of a four-leaf clover flying into Lubden's mouth.
Yes.
And his face melting and him falling back into a well.
Now that's new footage.
Yes.
It looks great.
It looks good.
Like the melty face effect. It looks very similar to the original. It looks great.
Yes, that is the thing. Steven Kostanski, the director, he is like he basically got in the business because he loved special effects. And so he is so hands-on with all of the makeup, all the effects, all the blood and the gore and the everything. So it's like that is a through line through all of his movies.
Good.
Very big on the practical effects. And so that's why I think the makeup looks good in this, the effects look good in this, and he comes up with interesting kills.
Yes, he does. And it's funny because it modernizes the series, but it doesn't do it in that fucking annoying way.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Nobody gets murdered on FaceTime. It's
Right.
not those. It's like the most they get to that is like a drone.
Yeah.
But then they handle it in such a good way.
Yeah. And so we get that, and it's just to kind of, I guess, catch us back up to like, that is the end of Lubden from the original. And then a girl wakes up on a bus, and she has a quick little nightmare sequence where she sees the kind of melted leprechaun, you know, asking, "Where's me gold?" And she wakes up again on the bus. But this is our lead, Lila Jenkins, and she arrives at Devil's Lake, North Dakota. And she is at the bus stop. She is there joining a sorority.
Yes.
For, I think it's Larimore University. And so she's waiting.
It's like a brand new sorority that has just been founded, and it's like based on people who are in like the ecological studies department of this university.
Yeah.
So they're all like kind of tree hugging.
Yeah, they're trying to greenify this house and basically take it off the grid.
Yeah.
But she's waiting for one of the other girls to come and pick her up.
Something I really appreciate about this movie is it wastes no fucking time. It's here's a little bit of mystery. I'm not even telling you who this person is. Let's go. She's on a bus. We get there and we immediately meet the person who starts the narration, which is great. And I think that a film like this, it spends all of its time doing the fun thing.
Yes.
We don't do the thing where it's the first act and half of the second act is character development.
Yeah.
They go, we know these characters don't matter. We know that one character kind of matters, but even still, there's only one character that matters.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Lupton.
If we haven't said it enough.
No,
we're going to keep.
And if you listen, and I don't like to disparage our audience from listening. Our audience, by the way, thank you, as always, for listening.
Thank you for making it through this franchise with us.
We have 8 reviews on Spotify, which is where I will listen to our show and check notifications and stuff. We have 8 reviews. We're at a 5-star show still.
Oh, I love
really
that. We are
it.
a 5-star men. So
Yeah. I'm fine now being a 5-star show. I would love more reviews. So if any of you haven't, I think that's the big push right now.
Yeah.
If anybody has the time and has not done so, anywhere that you listen to us, if you can review our show, that
please
would be great. Rate and review it.
Rate and review. It gets us out there. It pushes the algorithm a bit to get us onto like lists in like, oh, this is a popular show.
Yeah.
Oh, other people. And so it pushes us out for more people.
It doesn't really care about listens, doesn't really care about downloads. The reviews and ratings are the thing that sort of legitimizes, gives it the blue check mark. So if you have the time, that'd be great. Having said that, I don't want to push you guys away, but if you do have an issue with how many times we've said Lupton, I do recommend just stopping here. And I don't mean this episode. I mean the show.
Yeah.
Because like in a couple weeks, we're going to be talking about Hellraiser, and there is zero way we don't make things kind of about Lupton.
He is taking over.
Yeah. We're the Lupton guys.
Yeah.
What is that? We're Costco guys? We're Lupton guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, our main character here, Lila Jenkins, is played by Taylor Spritler. She was in a 2013 crime thriller called The Contractor. I think that has Danny Trejo in it. She was in Amityville: The Awakening in 2017. She is in 104 episodes of Melissa and Joey, a show with Melissa Joan Hart and Joey. Oh my God, what is the
Lawrence?
name of those? Lawrence, thank you. I was like, the Lawrence brothers. We talked about that way back when on one movie where like every single, like every Melissa Joan Hart anything had been done by one of the guys.
Oh, the composer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Not to be confused with the fact that everybody else is always in that one show with Nev Campbell.
Party of Five?
Starring Nev Campbell.
And then Taylor Spritler had also done 137 episodes of Days of Our Lives. But as she's sitting there in the background, an old truck, a guy gets out of it
with a sign on it. And I couldn't read it at first because it's blurry, but I did see blue, yellow, red text. And I was like, oh God, primary colors.
Ozzy Jones pulls up in an old truck and he offers to give her a ride to wherever she's going. And he says that she looks like someone that he used to know. They do, a little bit here, but she eventually takes the ride from him. And this is where we get our first little bit of exposition dump, just to kind of catch us up to, speed of she is the daughter of Tori Redding.
Jennifer Aniston's daughter.
Yes. Who had passed away.
Yeah.
And so Ozzy asks her, like, hey, did your mom ever tell you anything about what happened at this house that we're going to?
He says the thing that we were watching it. He said that the one thing that would always make me on a vacation or something like that turn around and immediately leave. He's like, your mom didn't tell you any of the things that happened to us out here? And it's like, nope, goodbye. Take me back to the airport.
Ozzy, it was nice.
It was nice meeting you. Thank you for showing me your weird fucking 4-leaf clover decorated truck. That's a really funny bit.
Yeah.
It's like from the jump, the humor's good because she's like, oh, are you Irish? And he's like, no.
Like, oh, you must really just love the culture.
And he's like, no, not really. And it's like surrounded. The whole truck is like painted and covered with 4-leaf clovers.
Yeah.
He's like, no, not really. I don't really care for any of that. She's like, oh, okay. And that's it.
Yeah. It knows like where to walk the line.
He still plays a simple character, but it doesn't seem like playing a simple, a problematically, learning disabled person. He seems to be a just sweet older guy, and man, is he older.
Yep. Ozzy, played by Mark Holton again from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He played Francis. He was in Teen Wolf 1 and 2, Rumpelstiltskin. In 95, he plays John Wayne Gacy in the 2003 Gacy film, and then he is reprising his role from the original Leprechaun. He also appears in a bizarre short film that we watched earlier today as well, because I was like, I just want to get this in my brain to know what this was.
Yeah, it's like a 15-minute.
If that. It's like, I think it's about 9 minutes. It's called Leprechaun Revenge. And it is a short film that came out in like 2025, I want to say.
It's the same director, right?
It's not the same director, but it's the same actor for the Leprechaun.
And then
this guy.
Noticeably older.
Yes. And also, it's not like this is, and this picks up after Leprechaun Returns. It's like, no, because of the events in this film, they cannot operate in the same universe.
Yeah.
So...
Well, while we're talking about this, I don't think it'll break the mold of anything. The reason for that, if you're interested in seeing the short film, I recommend it. It's
a fun little. It has tons of nods to things.
Weirdly decent special effects for like a less than 10 minute.
That's
long.
The other thing that's bizarre, that it's not made by the same people.
Yeah. But in this movie that we're talking about today, Leprechaun Returns, Ozzy dies.
Yeah.
But then this is later on, and he's alive and much older. And it's like, well, what happened to you?
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe it's like his hell. Maybe Lubden shows up and murders him every day.
Wow. Yeah, it's like a Groundhog Day thing for him.
But it's Lubden.
Ozzy, whenever he's helping Lila unload her luggage at the house, because basically they just so happen to be, they being the sorority girls, are fixing up Tori Redding's father's house that is from the original film. And
Tori's complaints in that original film about it being out in the middle of nowhere are the reason these girls are doing this, because they want it to be like an agricultural study thing.
Yeah.
It is a good way to tie all of the plot points into a new story that modernizes it. It can introduce strangers, and it's good.
And it puts them out in the middle of nowhere where there's little to no power at times, no cell phone service.
It's like pretty tight script.
Yeah.
Like it's good writing.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate this. This is supposed to be stupid.
But Ozzy, in doing so, he drops his cell phone.
Yeah.
And once he realizes that he has lost his cell phone, he drives back to the house. And
this is a weird part.
Yeah.
He goes up to the well because he hears little soft chuckles.
Because up until the leprechaun reveals himself truly in our clip, you hear a lot of his kind of laughter in the distance, and different characters look around and try and find him. It's
so soft that it almost feels like they're playing a different noise that's similar, but it's clearly his laugh. It's really good. But yeah, then like a geyser of like
green,
but like kind of.
Yeah.
It's like water, but
Yeah.
it's a little green.
Yeah.
And it bursts out and it gets in his mouth.
Then he's like gagging and driving away, and he gets out in the middle of the woods, and
In the first bit of really, really intense and excellent looking special effects for a movie with this budget, Lubden bursts out of Ozzy's stomach.
makes me think a little bit of Morty from
Yeah.
Leprechaun 2.
Yeah. Obviously, the xenomorph reference is there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he tears himself out and he's like, me gold shilling. And it's like the first time we see him. I love the costume design.
Yes.
It's not as bright as the original. It's not as folklory, but it is much more like, I mean, and it's not like, because even in the hood, he wears like a weird, dark, like sort of grim dark outfit. It's like, no, this is still he's got the long green coat. It's just, it's more like a forest green than a clover green. It looks like real clothes, not a Halloween store costume. Because that's the complaint I have with the first movie's costume. But he looks great.
Yeah.
The makeup's great.
Makeup's good. Makeup looks a little more demonic, I think, in this one than the original.
I think it would need to. As you darken the effects and darken the overall tone, I think you would need to.
And it's also, I mean, it's 25 years later in universe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe while he was down there, he got a tan.
Yeah.
Who knows?
He also has like actual sharp teeth prosthetics instead of just painting teeth.
Only problem I have is his hat's not tall enough.
Yeah, but I do love the bit of him pulling the hat out of Ozzy's guts after the fact.
Yeah.
And putting it on his head. That I think is funny.
Yeah. He's got like the little flap of Ozzy's stomach skin on the top of his head. And he's like, ugh. And he's like, no. And he's bald.
Yeah.
And he's got like the weird, like Abbott hair. And it's just like, yeah, he's just a guy.
Yeah. The gore is good. The rhyming is back.
Rhyming is back most of the time.
Yeah, and that's it. There are certain, like we've said, certain times in these movies that it's like every other movie where Lubden like rhymes nonstop. And this one, it's like he finds reasons to rhyme, and then other times he just talks.
Yeah.
He's just a guy.
He's just a little evil guy.
But Lubden the Leprechaun is played by Lyndon Porco in this one.
Let me ask you this. Is that how it's credited?
No. He's just the leprechaun.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Again, if you didn't listen to Back to the Hood, which I don't blame you, we talk about how there's a comic book series where they give him the name Lubden. And then people online, that is just what they call him. That is the name that everyone has just agreed.
Because we went through 6 films and then found out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, because we've been calling him the Leprechaun the whole time.
Yeah. In my notes, it's very annoying to have to type the Leprechaun every time.
Now.
Uh-huh.
Now it's just Lubden, baby.
Lubden. But Lyndon Porco, he was a body double in the Wayans brothers movie Little Man.
Oh.
Where one of the Wayans plays a little baby. He was also a body double in Cult of Chucky in 2017.
Okay. I was going to say a lot of the effects in this remind me of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In a good way.
Yeah. That's another one. Cult of Chucky and Curse of Chucky. That's another couple films made by somebody. Now, granted, that's just still Don Mancini.
Right.
So it doesn't, it's the same guy with the same vision. But to darken it and to modernize it, even though it's lower film quality, it's shot on video.
Yeah.
It's like, I really like when people do stuff like this.
When they follow through and they have like a vision and they're like, you know what? No, I know what to do with this guy.
Yeah. You ever been like the McDonald's CEO?
No.
Okay, well, picture
Personally?
it. Yeah,
Me?
let's say, you ever been like a guy and you're eating at a McDonald's and they have the new big burger, the arch, whatever it is, and you take like a tiny shitty little bite,
A Squidward bite.
and then he's like, the CEO was like, ew. This movie to me is if he was like, oh no, that's actually really good. I was afraid that this was going to poison my insides because I know the stuff we put in this quote product, but because he won't call it food.
No.
But I'll call this a movie.
I will. Lyndon Porco was also in 6 episodes of Channel Zero, which is a horror franchise that's like based on like kind of creepypasta stories. He was in Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley, which takes place around a carnival. So I'm sure he's one of the carnival folk. And then he did 6 episodes of The Witcher.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what character he plays, but he is in The Witcher.
Oh, I think he... No, I'm not even going to take the guess. I'll have to find out. I really like the I've only seen the first season of that show back when it was Mr. Cavill.
Percival Schuttenbach?
No idea.
Yeah, no idea.
Not a big player as far as I know, or maybe is in a later season.
It might be. Yeah, it's the 2025 season, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
But then he reprises his role. The makeup is a little different. And
It's
things,
not very good.
but in Leprechaun Revenge, the short
What's
film.
funny is that in Revenge, the short film, the makeup reminds me of the original makeup for it's like really black lips and like it's just very bizarre. The choice to go kind of regress.
Yeah.
The costume is very similar to the first movie as well.
Yeah.
I think this is the best he's looked.
Yeah.
It just I just wish that it was and again, this guy does a great job. It doesn't take me out of it at all. But it is the if somebody else played Candyman.
Yeah.
If somebody else, obviously we have examples of somebody else playing Pinhead or, certain remakes, different people playing Freddy or whatever. And it's just, it's even if it was good, which the Freddy one isn't, but even if it was, it's like, but I wish it, I'm still going to want it to be, Robert Englund because
Lila is at the AU sorority house. I don't know if you realize this. I don't know what Alpha Epsilon, I think is you. But AU is on the periodic table is for gold.
Great.
So that's that bit there.
Hilarious.
But she meets her sorority sisters, Katie, who is very eco-friendly, and Rose, who is kind of their leader of their group. They are getting the water running, but they have no power, internet, or cell phone service at this house until they get the solar panels working. They grow their own food. They very early on mention like, oh yeah, we found this clover patch and we've been making like clover juice out of it or something. Like they've been like,
which is good.
Yeah.
It's a good little way to do that. Like, oh, I really like clover. Yeah, we found a patch out back. We started growing a lot more. It's like interesting.
Yep. And it has a payoff. Katie is played by Pepe Soniga, and she was in 5 episodes of season 2 of Ash vs. Evil Dead. She is the 2018 thriller Under the Silver Lake. She was in a slasher film from 2018 called Thriller. And then she was in 4 episodes of a horror something or other from 2019 called Welcome to Daisyland. And then Rose is played by Cy Bennett, who is in a 2012 thriller called Trapped. She's in Lake Placid Legacy. She is in The Spanish Princess, which is a 2020 historical drama for 8 episodes. I don't know any of the people in this movie.
No.
They do a fine job for what they need to be, which is basically like dumb college kids.
You know what's funny? I said I thought a couple of them were Irish. Now I'm wondering if they were South African.
Oh, maybe.
It's people with obvious accents that are masking them. Probably South African. I mean, it's hard to tell an accent if you're trying to do a different one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nobody has a bad time.
No.
I think one of our 3 finalist girls, ex-boyfriend. I think his performance is probably my least favorite, but it is only because he is playing such a scumbag.
Yes.
But he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it in a bad way.
True.
I don't think there is a performance I don't like in this.
Yeah, it's all fine. Nothing is earth shattering, but nothing is like, oh, I hate that.
Right. Nothing's earth shattering because I think the people who made this movie realize that you don't have to do that.
No.
You don't. There like, okay, in Hereditary, if everyone in fucking Midsummer or if everyone in fucking, even like a Scream movie that really relies on its characters, those are the moments where it's like, these guys need something. You need to flesh them out.
True.
Not Leprechaun.
Right.
No fucking way.
And I think that's what they understand because it's like, think back to the original. It's like you have Jennifer Aniston. And that's about it. And Warwick, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, there's not like but she's not even a standout performance. It's like she's just early Jennifer Aniston.
Well, even that first movie, they spend a lot of time of like establishing the character's motivations and drives. And it's like, well, this is what he wants. This is what they want. Like everybody wants something different. This one doesn't even fucking bother. Yeah. It's like, that's the drunk. I love the earth. She's fucking her ex. You have a crazy mom. Great. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's a he's a documentarian. He loves Werner Herzog.
Yeah. Cause then we meet Meredith, who is a heavy drinker, and she brings over Katie's ex-boyfriend, Andy, and then Andy's friend, Matt, who is a wannabe filmmaker. Meredith is played by Emily Reed. She was in a 2019 sci-fi. She was in an episode of something called Curfew. She was in The Deceived, which was 4-episode miniseries from 2020. And she is in a 2021 horror film called End of Term. Andy is played by Ben McGregor. He was in a teen vampire something for 21 episodes called Young Dracula. And then he was in The Machine, a 2013 sci-fi film, and Crow, a 2016 thriller. And then Matt is Oliver Llewellyn Jenkins, who was in The Left Behind, a TV drama from 2019, and a 2024 drama called Joy. But yeah, they come in and kind of fill their roles. That night they are getting to know each other. And this is where Meredith insults Lila because Lila tells the story of like her mother. People always thought that she was crazy because she said that she saw like monsters.
Yeah. And then the filmmaker was like, well, I mean, we can't get Jennifer Aniston back because she wants $10 million. Right. And she blocked us on social media and on Gmail. So now I don't know what to do. And so then her character's like, yeah, and my mom got cancer and died.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Well, that's a way to do it.
That is the best way to do it.
Saved yourself all that money.
And you give your character, you growth. Great.
So when she goes to bed, she has a vision of our first vision of a zombified Ozzy.
Yeah.
Who drips blood on her face.
She wakes up, the blood is still there.
Yeah. And she kind of like, I mean, one doesn't freak out about that, but she starts kind of exploring the house and she goes down into the basement because she hears noise from down there.
And it's like flooded.
Yeah. And I guess the pipes are messed up and so they're leaking water all over. But she goes down and kind of fixes it.
They do the thing where they play with him in the background in this movie a few times.
Yeah.
Like as she's walking around the house, you kind of see him very blurry off in like the corner for just a moment. And then he's like kind of under the water and you see his hat and his eyes surface. And
the music kind of makes me think of Jaws in that moment. Like they're clearly doing that.
And they play it all well. And I think that they do this suspenseful horror thing of he's in the back and being spooky. But again, they don't do it for very long.
No. And you get, some little POV shots from like his, height and things like that. So it's like they're doing the thing that these movies have done in the past.
Yeah. And we are 25 minutes in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he is already murdered someone, a major franchise character. He has murdered someone.
Yeah. He does that like in the first 15 minutes. It's great. We waste no time.
No, his next kill I think is my favorite in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
may be like in my top 20 of all time.
It's pretty damn good. Anytime that sort of thing happens in a movie, I am all in on.
It's just really creative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Katie and Andy are arguing. Katie and Andy are the ones who they used to date. Last night that night that they slept together again. But they're arguing, trying to install these solar panels on the roof.
The problem is every time he comes back, they just end up doing it, fucking doing it.
That's true.
He walks up and he's like, "Hey, get over here and London." I guarantee you, Derek in the future who's driving your car right now. I'm talking to you. If you listen to this episode, you just laughed at me doing that. And then you forgot I did this and you're going to laugh at me doing this too.
That's probably true.
6'7".
Oh man.
Did you do the thing?
Leave that in.
Yeah. I'm going to. Hey, Derek in the car. Did you do the thing with your hands?
I did.
Put your hands on the wheel.
Oh, 10 and 2, baby.
10 and 2.
Not 6 and 7.
No.
Lila explores the barn. She's supposed to be setting up the like water barrels or something, and she is kind of surprised by the other guy, Matt. And they're
drone,
like helping each other. Yeah, he's the filmmaker, and she sees that zombie Ozzy in a mirror, and she kind of freaks out for a second.
But this is something that I really like. No, I've never seen another film do this. It's like, oh, yeah, sorry, I just saw the cab driver, but he's dead. I don't know why I said that. And he is like, oh, what the fuck? But she just immediately is honest about it.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
She is very much that. Like, and it feels a little like she's a bit quippy. It's a bit like if Joss Whedon wrote dialogue in, early 90s Buffy days and stuff. But like, I'm fine with that because it also kind of feels real. Like, there are times whenever like you've had those things happen in your life and you meet new people and you just like things come out of your mouth and then you're like, I don't know why I said that to a random stranger.
I'm the living king of that. Like, I do that shit all the time.
So I like her performance in those ways. Like she just kind of owns it of just like, Okay, well, we'll move on from there. But while she's kind of doing this in the barn, Lubden tries to tries to make a pitchfork float, but it just kind of falls on the ground.
Yeah,
and he realizes he
even says he's like, "Oh, I don't have enough of me gold to murder people with a pitchfork."
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, but he basically he says that sort of thing. It very easily explains to the audience of like, I've been away from my gold for too long. That's where my power comes from.
New Leprechaun lore, folks. Even in the reboot, we get new lore. The closer they are to their gold and the more of their gold that they have, the more powerful they become.
But also he says that like killing will also bring his power back.
Yeah, or at least make him happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We get a quick kill here with the mailman.
Yeah, my favorite in the whole thing.
Where... and I don't know who this guy is, who this actor is. It doesn't matter. But a mailman pulls up and puts letters into a mailbox.
And then like he did in the first movie, where he's in the tree stump pretending to be a cat.
Yes.
The mailbox meows. The fucking mailman peers in and Lubden's yellow glowing eyes appear. And he fucking attacks him, beats the shit out of him, throws the mailbox onto his head.
Yeah, it's like he like pulls his head in there and traps it in the big mailbox.
Which I don't know then how he got out, but it doesn't matter. No. He's a magical little guy. Yeah. But then he gets in the mail truck and he runs his head over. So like the mailbox crumples and like bloody like guts just fire out of the like brain material just fires out of the mailbox. It's like if you squeeze a toothpaste tube from the middle of it, and it's just like, oh, I love it so much.
It's great. He smacks like he gets out of the truck and smacks a sticker that says like, fragile, handle with care on the side of the thing,
and then he just walks off.
Yep.
He's like, oh, killing makes me feel good. Oh,
and he polishes his shoe.
He does.
The shoe thing is back.
Yeah, the shoe thing's back.
His fetish.
You know what he does? He does the thing that the biker does in Friday the 13th Part 3.
Okay.
He goes, killing feels good.
Wow. Yeah. There's a couple people who might get that.
It's you and me.
A couple.
We're a couple?
Well, that night.
You heard it here first, folks.
The group is hanging out. They're watching like footage that Matt had shot on his drone earlier that day. And it's just kind of these group dynamics of like, oh yeah, this person is an asshole and this person is a drunk and this person is flirting with this person.
Yeah. Drunk bitch is like, hey, by the way, your mom was crazy. Haha, fuck you.
And then Irish music starts playing over their speaker for some reason. And they're like, well, who put this on?
Yeah.
We get no explanation for that.
No.
And so Lila is like, oh, I can fix this. I'll go to my room and get my speaker and we'll just play music off of that instead.
She walks in. She has a big stuffed teddy bear of a panda bear, which you wouldn't expect to have a payoff. And then she goes to find something under the bed. And when she gets back up, the panda bear is leaning towards her at the foot of the bed. So it's obviously been moved. She stumbles back and then it tears its own head off. And from within it, Lubden.
He's there, baby.
He's there. And immediately she's like, this is our clip.
Yeah, this is our clip.
So, oh my God, I thought you were a dream. And he's like, do I look like a fucking dream to you? Look at me. I'm a little dude. Give me my goal.
But and it fills us in on like everything that we need to of, who she is, who in relation to him, and he knows that.
Yeah.
And how he survived these 25 years and that he got he basically reveals to her like, oh yeah, and I killed Ozzy because that's how I have this gold coin that I've been wanting for 25 years.
I ripped it out of his intestines.
Yeah. How had he not passed it by now? Eat some fiber. Ozzy.
Stop eating paint.
Yeah.
That's where your learning disability is probably
where it came from.
When you were a child, you drank lead paint. Guys, PSA. Eat lead paint chips.
Wait, no.
Go out and find them, dip them in some salsa. They're delicious.
No, don't do that.
Do it. And then you have the kind of brain that I have, which makes you a plausible co-host for the Third Channel podcast.
Wow. Okay.
I need someone to carry on the Morocco legacy. I can't beans forever.
We can only hope.
What?
You beans forever.
Oh, thanks, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Ross Bacon, in case you forgot that was Derek's. He doesn't like, it's not that you don't like Ross Bacon. You don't like Ross Bacon near as much as I like Beans Morocco.
Yeah, true.
Bean Rocco if you're nasty.
That is also true. This is where we get, he is like, I want gold. And so he reaches out for this necklace that she's wearing.
Yes.
And it burns his hand.
And that ends up being a really interesting payoff.
Yeah.
It ends up being really clever.
Because he's like, what is that?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, it's something that my mother gave me. She said that it would protect me.
Yeah. I also love dialogue like that because never in a million years would she actually talk to this thing like this. But it's like, well, we need to know.
Yeah. And so the guys are doing something. The power is already shitty in the house. And so the power goes out and Lubden taunts Lila and then he mimics her voice. So that is a carryover power that he has in order to trick Matt, the filmmaker, to come in. And he like trips him in the hallway. And so Matt thinks that there's an animal loose in the house. And then Meredith sees Lubden in the kitchen and she takes like a selfie with him. And because they have like a little moment of, we've talked about this before, where in these movies, it's like, how does he know what certain technology is or certain references are?
At one point he says hammer time.
Yeah. But
like,
I guess that would have been, is that early 90s?
Like late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. But it's like, does he know, like, how into human culture is the leprechaun?
Lubden loves that sort of stuff.
Also, no, he was in the O'Grady farm. He was in a box in the basement of a farm for a
10
decade.
years.
He doesn't know anything.
I forgot that was the part.
Every so often, Mr. O'Grady would walk downstairs and be like, all right, boyo, this is what you're missing.
Yeah. And he'd turn on a radio.
He'd turn on MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, gotta have my MTV or whatever.
LTV. Lubden television.
Meredith has a little moment with Lubden in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Lila tries to explain to Matt and Rose that it's not an animal in the house, it's a leprechaun. And they're like, sorry to say this, but I think the crazy got passed down from your mother.
But I also like this because this is a really smart way to handle this because, and it's something that we have either praised or complained about. It's how do you then get the people around you
to believe?
And I just like how it's Meredith walks outside and she's like, yeah, there's a fucking leprechaun in the house. I have a picture of it.
Yeah. And then you get the best quote in the entire movie.
What is it?
Rose says, it could be a crackhead that got a hold of the wrong stuff.
Right. Now, why is that the best line in the whole movie?
Because, and I couldn't have seen this happening or paying off in this way because I had not watched this at the time. But last week, guys, if you happen to listen to Back to the Hood.
Yeah.
The clip that we used is from the news report viral video from YouTube of the leprechaun in a tree in Mobile, Alabama. And that quote, it comes from that.
It's amazing.
It's my favorite thing. And then in this time, Katie has gone to fix the fuse box.
Yes.
Because Katie, other than being like an environmentalist, she also seems to be like,
I'm the electric one. I know about like electricity and
like she's smart. Whenever she refers to anything on the human body, it's always like by the scientific medical name.
Yeah.
And so she's fixing the fuse box, but then her ex-boyfriend Andy follows her and they end up fooling around. And then Andy goes out into the woods to take a piss. And Lubden finds him.
He does.
And they also take a couple selfies together.
And then in front of everyone, Lubden uses his magic, which is just the force.
Yeah.
To yank one of the solar panels.
Oh, yeah.
Off of the roof.
See, this is what I thought. This is the kill I thought you were talking about.
No, because I've seen this before in other mediums.
But that's what I mean by what I was saying, I guess, is that because this is what I thought you were talking about. Anytime I see this sort of kill, I love it.
Oh, yeah, I'm in. Yeah. The solar panel slides off. It sticks into his head about the midway point and slides cleanly like a guillotine through his entire body, bifurcating him. His front and back halves split away from it. And for a movie of this budget, it looks so good.
So good.
It's like,
and it's not like we cut away from it. It's like, no, we get to look at those pieces, both halves of him.
It's like if that happened
multiple times.
If that happened in Scream 7, I would not have complained about it at all.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been like, oh, that looks cheap. It would have been like, oh shit, look at what they did. Yeah. But Scream 7 was like, we're going to do a bunch of bad stuff because we're stupid or whatever. I don't know why it was immediately Southern.
Yeah.
We're going to do some dumb stuff. I'm Kate Williamson, Ghostface. Somebody get me Matt Lillard on the phone.
That's the whole movie. It's just Matt Lillard on the phone.
Well, that was just becoming Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Get me Matt Lillard. I'm a terrible person. My wife steals stuff.
Which one?
Jerry Seinfeld's wife stole a cookbook.
What?
Yeah, from like, I can't remember the whole story.
Okay.
She stole a cookbook.
Okay. Leave all this in.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Somebody out there will get it.
Somebody will comment below why Jerry Seinfeld's wife went to prison for 70 years.
But after witnessing this incredible kill, everybody tries to, they pile into the car, or no, they run out to the car, but they don't have the car keys. And they also realize that Rose is not with them. And so Lubden then finds Rose hiding in a closet.
Yeah.
And I guess the best way to put it is he like messes with her in a very Freddy Krueger-esque way.
Yes.
He had done something similar in the earlier scene when the power goes out with Lila, where she like kicks him, but she like knocks his head off. And he's like nearly headless Nick.
Right.
And like green blood spurts out of the stump. And then he just he sets his head back on.
Yeah.
But then here,
like if your hat came off a little bit,
yeah,
he just adjusts his head back onto his shoulders.
And it's a great looking effect.
Yeah, it is.
And then here he like the closet doors burst open a little bit and his hat rolls into frame. And then she looks down at it and he pops out of his hat. And then he pulls his face off.
Yeah.
And it's like Freddy literally did that. And then she like stabs him with a high heel in the head and he pulls that out and more green blood is like spurting everywhere. And it just very much feels like Freddy cutting his fingers off.
Yeah.
Freddy ripping his skull off, like things like that.
Expose his brain. Yeah.
All of that stuff is great. And not like Lubden has always liked to toy with people.
Yeah.
Like before, like he likes to terrorize.
Big time.
And it's very effective here, I think. But she like throws a bunch of shoes at him from the closet and then gets away that way because he has to stop to like clean them and put them away properly.
Yeah, but they do make the good joke of he refuses to wash her Crocs and he throws them in the trash.
Yeah. The others have taken that time to sneak back into the house to try and find the car keys and Rose.
Yeah.
And
now,
then,
the movie's biggest weakness is that this is the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Is people running around either in this house or in apparently a South African forest preserve. And they're just running in circles trying to find his gold or things. I think the most interesting thing happens when she goes back down to the basement.
Yeah.
But ultimately that's the vehicle now.
Yeah.
Is they run around the same two sets and get killed.
Yeah.
But the kills are really good.
One by one. Yeah. We you know, but I mean, that's slasher for
it's
you.
Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And it's,
hey, nobody gets raped by a tree in this.
that's
a
true.
positive.
Yeah. Chalk that up to a positive.
I'll go ahead and noted
on the blackboard that we have here with actual chalk.
Yeah.
In our studio. But Meredith,
and I don't live in a hotel.
Meredith locks. She kind of tricks Lila into going into the basement.
Yeah,
because she's like, they get the car keys, and because I guess it's Meredith's car, and she's like, oh no, we can't go out the back door because he's out there.
Right.
So let's sneak down into the basement. And then whenever he goes by, then we'll leave. And so she tricks Lila into going in there and locks her in the basement.
Right.
And
because she has been given an agreement by the leprechaun that if he can get her Lila, then he will
leave Meredith alone.
I won't put a hand on you. I won't lay a finger on you. That's what he says. Yeah.
And so she runs back outside. She tells everyone that Lila has been killed. And so they go to leave and they get into the car kind of sullenly.
I love this.
And then we just hear his voice at first of just like, yeah, we need to be heading out of here soon.
It's like the camera is really close up on I think
Katie. Yeah.
It's her face. And you hear his face and he's like, we need to be getting out of here. He'll be right out our trail any moment now. And then the camera is just this flat shot of the back. It's like a Wes Anderson shot of the back seat of this car. And it's Katie to the left, Mike, whatever his fucking name is on the right. And the leprechaun is sandwiched in the middle of them. And he's just like, ha 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 ha. It's just like he's laughing at the camera like, see what I did, guys?
And, some slapsticky things happen here, and they eventually kick him out of the car, which is a Prius, and they drive away.
He says, quote, oh, so that's supposed to be the car of the future. And it's like, what?
They're doing some social commentary.
Like a product place?
But they're doing social commentary on like Crocs and Priuses 10 years after they were like on the market.
I was going to say, it's very 2010 jokes in a 2018 film.
But the guys later kind of realize what Meredith's true intentions were there. Lila back in the basement encounters Ghost Ozzy is what she ends up calling him.
Yeah.
Because he appears to her and his guts are all hanging out of him.
He can't speak. One of the funniest things is that he tries to pantomime the events of the entire first film. And it's a good bit of comedy. Yeah. It's a good beat. He looks great. The makeup is great. It's nothing over the top. It's just you've taken his age lines and darkened them to make him look dead.
Yeah. Darkened around his eyes and things like that. I love he's sitting there holding his guts in his hand. And then she's like, oh, well, do you need to do anything about that? And so he takes like saran wrap and just wraps it around his body to just kind of hold them on.
Yeah. And that pays off in a minute. But he tries to pantomime the entire first movie, and you wait like a whole beat. And Lila goes, I didn't get any of that, man. You're just going to have to write it down. I have no idea what you're fucking saying. So he points, and he, behind a wall in this basement, has stashed a note of everything the leprechaun can do and a map to where his gold is.
Yes.
And then,
he has a weakness to 4-leaf clovers.
Yeah. And so she's like, oh my God, you're the best. Thank you. And he like nods and he's like, all right, well, let's go do this. And goes to Ozzy, turns and walks out of the basement, like through the wall. And the saran wrap falls and hits the ground, which I think is really funny. But she goes, I can't do that. I can't.
And
Ozzy
he does not come back.
No, she's like, oh, fuck. And she has to go upstairs.
Which plays into the he is not intelligent.
No.
He is an oaf. But it's not like offensive in a way. It's just kind of, it's funny.
Yeah, he is this story's Hagrid, except he doesn't befriend 11-year-olds.
No.
And for good reason.
Yeah. But yeah, she ends up like breaking out of the window to get out of the basement. But Lubden catches up to the group writing. So in the original Leprechaun, we talked a lot about all of his different modes of transportation in that film.
Yeah.
From roller skates and go-karts and pogo sticks.
And which for the 90s and like the late 80s, early 90s, a lot of those things are modern.
Yeah. A tricycle, a wheelchair. He did it all. Well, what would he do in 2018, you might ask?
He'd sit atop and ride, much like Aladdin did the flying carpet, on a drone. Like a camera drone.
Yes.
And it's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
It is. There are certain things. What's funny is you watching it, your reaction to this moment. This was the make or break thing for me. I was like, you are either going to love this or hate this. And this will make or break this movie.
It was great. I think it's great. Not only do I think it's great, I think it looked good.
Yeah.
It blends to the lighting. They clearly lit him very well. Because this has to be like a green screen thing. But they did it so well.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just a little dude sitting on a fucking drone, chasing them, and he gets them out of the car, and they flee,
because he's like flying, and then as he turns, they hit him at some point, and like they swerve into him, and then he flies up, and there's this long pointed branch, and it stabs him through the eye and through the back of the head, just to get this awesome gore moment.
Yeah.
And then they end up crashing almost into Ozzy's truck, but instead they hit a tree.
And it's actually another funny line of Meredith being like, I'm sorry, guys, I'm so drunk.
Yes. Don't drink and drive, folks.
No.
But they get out and they spot Ozzy's body in the middle of these woods.
Yeah.
And they go over and they're trying to find his keys so that they can drive away in his truck.
Yes.
And he being Lubden,
Lubden.
Yeah. He steps on Katie's hand, and then because he freaks her out and they run off, and then he plucks one of Ozzy's eyes out and replaces the one that he is now missing.
Every movie.
Yeah.
They do eye shit. And then he threatens Meredith. And Meredith's like, you promised you wouldn't hurt me. And he's like, I promise I wouldn't lay a finger on you. And I'm not going to do that. And she's running through this yard of sprinklers.
Yeah.
And he starts yanking the sprinkler heads off the sprinklers and like using the force, throwing them at her. And I mentioned this while we were watching this. This is the third movie in a 2-month period where there has been a kill where a water delivery system is stuck through someone's head or neck to some degree, and blood pours out of it. It happened in My Bloody Valentine, the original that we discussed. It happened in Scream 7 in a way that I will not spoil because I'm still giving people time to watch that god-awful movie.
Best kill of the movie.
And then, best kill in a movie that has no other good ones. And then, no, that's not true, but that's a bad movie. And then in this one, the sprinkler head is like, it sticks like in her face.
Yeah.
Which starts then gushing blood in this, like,
but in the
like
classic,
and it's almost like in a silhouette.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh yeah. It's an effective little, like, it's a look. I love all of that.
And the whole time Lubden is doing limericks to himself and laughing and doing little skips, and he's having the time of his life.
Oh yeah.
And that actor clearly enjoyed playing this character.
Yeah. And that's kind of the weird thing is, and I don't know how well you can judge this movie did because it went to video on demand and then was on Sci-Fi Channel.
Right.
But apparently not good enough for them to go like immediately like, you know what? We've got legs. We can do Lubden's got legs.
Little sweet baby buckle shoed legs.
Let's do 6 more of these babies. Let's get him back to the hood.
No, God, no, not the same 6 stories.
Yeah.
I made that joke with you
but
too.
Better.
At the end of the film when Lubden's hat is just left in the center of the frame, that it poofs in the fire and then it's just a single flyer for an LA ghost tour. And it's like, Morty, no! They're doing all these movies again.
Matt, the filmmaker, is like, he's like, okay, I'm going to try and slow him down. You girls go and go for help or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he uses his drone to locate Lubden.
Right.
And then eventually Lubden like takes control of the drone
using magic.
Right.
And
because his powers are coming back with every kill.
Every kill and all the gold.
Uh-huh.
He gets that drone and he flies it right into that guy's neck and it slits his throat.
Yeah. Decapitates him with a drone. Cool kill. Very cool. Good head props in this.
Yes.
Several.
Yeah. Weirdly good.
I mean, like it's that thing of the reason that the effects look as good as they do on like Chucky, those later movies there is like you've got not the director himself, but like you have a built-in guy who is like, we live and die by the puppets and the effects that we do. And so it's like having somebody here who is so hands-on with this is how I want it to look. These are the effects that I want to do. And then watching the special features, it's like he was very much like he would get in there and do the things and get bloody and gory on himself. And I think the actors the first couple of days were just like, that's our director? Like, I would never imagine. You'd never see that on another set.
Great.
And so I don't know.
Yeah.
He was the right guy for this one.
Yeah, I agree. The next thing that happens is our now 3 survivalists.
Yes.
Which
Lila,
is Katie, Rose, and Lila.
Correct. They bump into Lila.
And they find the old truck from the first movie where Ozzy and his little kid friend hide Lubden's gold.
Yes.
And it's still there.
Yeah, the pot is still there and it's very near empty.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of gold in it. And they're like,
now all the gold he has are gold coins and all those coins look the same.
Yes.
It's like a minted leprechaun gold.
And but like they're looking at it and there's a handful of gold pieces in there.
Which is a shame now too, especially considering the fact that, Trump got his signature on all of those gold coins.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Those commemorative Trump coins.
Those fucking Lubden NFTs.
But they're like, well, they literally say like, well, that's anticlimactic. Like this is what he's looking for, is this little bit of gold.
And Rose is like, oh, I sold all that money at a pawn shop, or I sold all that gold at a pawn shop so that I could spend the money to make this place, our sorority house, what it is.
It's like, well, like, when were you going to tell us that? And it's like, well, I wrote it all down so I know what to pay back once we're like, you know, we've made money other ways. We've
and
succeeded.
Lila's like, okay, well, we need to go get it back. And she's like, we can't. It's the next town over.
Yeah.
Like Brunswick or something.
And so they have Bismarck, I think.
Bismarck, yeah.
And so they have another one of these moments where Lila like has a movie moment where she's like, oh, well, you know what? Then we're just going to use his weaknesses against him. And she storms off. And then she comes back into frame. She's like, actually, I have no idea what that means. We should probably come up with an actual plan.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And it's just the writers and director just knowing like how far to put the tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
And so they also realize that Lila's necklace is probably made of fool's gold,
which is a something that is usually plated or covered in iron.
Yeah, iron pyrite.
So that's how we get that back, which I think is really clever.
Yep, bringing that back from Leprechaun 2. And so they go back to the house, and Lubden sees them have like this argument over the pot of gold. And Lila keeps it. She goes inside. The others two run off. And so he follows her in, and she offers this now what appears to be a full pot of gold to Lubden, who, of course,
can't resist.
And then as he sits down like he does
to count them one by one,
he gets a few pieces in and then finds out that the majority of that pot is full of tampons.
Yes.
And so, which he's not happy about.
No. He Lubden hates women. It's an unfortunate side effect. Yeah. George Bush doesn't care about black people. Lubden hates women.
And so this whole thing has been a trick. The other two girls pop up. And so Lila throws her necklace on him. And so as it's burning them, the rest of them surround him in iron items from the house. And he just keeps like reaching out and touching them, and they're burning him. And he's like, what is this?
At one point he's like, you have to let me out. I can't move.
And so our big finale then is Katie goes out to replace the fuse and restores the power. And then Rose is has taken the clover juice, and she's like put it in this big barrel downstairs.
And they use the pump that they used to pump out the basement earlier.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying is everybody's caricature has a payoff.
Yep.
Everything that they did in the first 20 minutes has a payoff. It's tight. It's a tight script.
And so as they're standing there and Lila is kind of keeping an eye on Lubden, he begins trying to trick her. Yeah. And he says that, like, if you free me, I will give you a wish. I'll grant anything you want. And she's like, well, what could you possibly give me?
And then he does a so Jennifer Aniston impression.
Yes. So Tori Redding's voice comes out of his mouth, as he is known to do. That's one of his things.
Yeah.
But the voice is done by Heather McDonald, who was in White Chicks.
Okay.
She was also in Dance Flick, which is another one of those parody, like scary movie, date movie. We were having that conversation the other day.
Yeah.
And then she is in something called Hurricane Bianca from Russia with Hate, which is a 2018
Bianca Del Rio
drag comedy movie. And then she was also a guest judge. This Heather McDonald was a guest judge on season 6, episode 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay. Very neat.
So, but she does a pretty good Jennifer Aniston impression here.
It would have been great if instead it was just Bianca Del Rio doing that.
Oh.
Yeah. Bianca Del Rio sounds like the voice I did at the very beginning, where it's just like, you're basic.
Oh, okay.
That'd be great. That's what she would say. She'd go, you're basic.
And so Lila seems to be falling for that. Mm-hmm. And then she snatches her necklace back and she shoves this hose into his mouth, and they pump him full of clover juice.
And he bursts into a billion little pieces of meat. Now earlier.
And there's green blood all over the place.
As you heard in the clip, if you leave a piece of a leprechaun behind, you didn't actually kill that leprechaun.
Yeah. So as Lila and Katie go outside to start a fire, Rose is left to clean up to gather all his pieces, but to sweep up all of his pieces so that they could take it outside and burn it.
And then in what I can only describe as an homage to Army of Darkness,
Yes.
all of those pieces make like a dozen littler Lubdens.
Something that we joked about.
Yeah, we did.
And we theorized, I think, in Leprechaun 4.
Yeah.
Because he reforms from a body piece. And we're like, well, why wouldn't he just
He
do
was
that?
born from a dick.
And he died
From her boobs.
Yes.
Yes.
but yes, the Army of Darkness thing, very much so.
They attack Rose. At one point, Rose picks one of them up and bites his stomach out, which is
great little puppet work there.
Yeah, it like writhes and wriggles, and its costume looks exactly the same. But eventually, they have knocked a trophy that's established earlier that looks like the head of a trowel.
Yeah, it's a golden trowel.
Yeah, they've knocked that to the ground and then trip Rose, and she falls, and it stabs through her skull and out the back of her head.
It is an amazing comedy bit.
Yeah, it's great.
Because she is like, she's just ripped this one to shreds with her teeth. And she is like, I have had it with you leprechauns.
Yeah.
Lubden, not a fan of you.
Lubden no more.
And then she immediately trips and dies.
Yeah.
In the bloodiest way ever. But the leprechaun, all the little leprechauns then form the leprechaun again.
Which is a not too bad looking
effect.
effect.
Good little digital effect. As Lila and Katie come inside. And so he like pins Lila against the wall with the U from the AU sign.
Yeah.
And he knocks Katie down. And then she, because their whole thing, their final grasp at an idea is gold is a conductor
Of electrical currents.
And so Katie, being the smart one, is like, yes, it is. And she pulls a cable out of like a lamp.
Yeah.
And then he is standing on his pile of gold that is spilled across the floor.
To which Lila throws her one of the gold pieces. She catches it, sets it on the pile, uses the like a lamp's power cable to electrocute him to death.
Yes. And he bursts into flames.
Yeah.
They're trying to escape the house. They're running all over. He's chasing them. He's on fire. I think it's hard to tell. I can't tell if this is an actual fire stunt or if the fire on him is digital. A lot of it is, but I think there might be some shots in there where it is a fire stunt. Either way, it looks pretty good.
A lot of the fire's mostly digital fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. But what happens is that he chases them down into the basement where they crawl back out of the window that Lila knew would be their escape.
Right.
And the house explodes, and they actually got to blow up this house.
Good for them.
Which that's another thing that like the director had said is like, if we weren't shooting in South Africa, we would never have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Like if we were shooting that, it would have been a different level of budget and things like that and rules and things like that. If we were shooting in Canada, we would have never gotten away with it. Down there, it was great. We could
flawless
do that.
in a lot of bad ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they get covered in green slime. And Lila has this little moment where she sees Ghost Ozzy for the last time and she gets to say goodbye and thank you.
But they do it again, though, because she's laying next to Katie and she's like waving goodbye.
Like,
Katie's like, what are you waving at? She's like, you don't see that? Katie's like, no. She's like, never mind. I see nothing. Just leave it alone. And Ozzy fades.
But it's a nice little sweet moment.
Send off, yeah.
It's like this little bow.
Problematic character that in this is actually redeemed to me.
Uh-huh.
Like, I like this character in this movie.
Yeah.
Everything pays off. Everything has a closure. Everything has a loop.
The university advisor shows up
to ask
I
what the
guess
fuck happened.
He just from campus saw an explosion in the distance and drives up, and it's just like, what the hell happened here?
He shows up and he's like, you guys haven't seen Lubden, have you?
Yeah, you wouldn't have done anything bad to Lubden,
Did
right?
you happen to take any of his gold?
Because that's important to him.
Yeah, he says me gold, but the point is it is gold.
Yeah. That's
And
where he
they're
gets his power.
They're like, yeah, he's terrorized us all night. He's like, all right, well, look at what you're wearing. And they're like fully clothed.
Yeah.
Jeans and sweaters. And he's like, yeah, man. I loved him. He loves it.
And then we get a bit of just a quick epilogue of, because we push in on the middle of the burning rubble of this house, Lubden's hat.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that, that's a little tease of like, oh, maybe there's still a part of him out there. And then we cut to him.
Hard cut to him, horribly disfigured and scarred, walking down the road hitchhiking with a sign that says
like Bismarck or bust.
Yeah, to go get his gold back. And then a chicken truck stops. And I mean a truck holding live chickens.
Yeah.
And he climbs his little butt into the back of the truck and is like hitchhiking to Bismarck.
Yeah. But he's
it's good sequel bait.
Yeah. And having now seen that, I wish we had gotten more.
Yeah, I really like this.
Like, and do we need more? No. But like you did it again. Like you threaded the needle somehow.
Yeah.
And I had a good time with this movie.
I would like to see a second.
Yeah.
Like with the two characters that have survived, I would like to see a new one.
Yeah.
We'll never see it.
No.
But knowing that we're not going to see it and knowing that, the franchise, at least for now, is kind of stopped here.
Yeah. Unless Darren Lynn Bousman apparently gets his druthers and gets to make
definitely
a
not.
Leprechaun movie.
We can't even get a new Saw movie.
Right.
Yeah. I don't trust like that. He made Repo the genetic opera. I don't trust him at all. That movie's filled with sex perverts. The characters are. The people are fine.
Right,
I've met every person in that movie. They're all fine.
We know one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. But a lot of their characters are perverts. Okay. Do you recommend Leprechaun Returns?
I do.
Yeah.
I am so happy. It is the pot of gold at the end of this rainbow of this whole godforsaken franchise.
Well, and we'll touch that in a second here.
Do you recommend?
I do. I recommend. This is one of those movie franchises. Watch the first one. Watch one more.
Yeah.
Pick what sounds better. Weird family drama. Las Vegas. Space. Or two really racially insensitive movies that please don't watch those.
Don't watch those.
But pick one of those three, three or four. Watch one, then one of those three, and this movie.
Yeah.
Because I think that rounds you out.
Yeah.
Two with Warwick, one without.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. Because this is, the first time that we're really just like watching things right before we record sort of thing. Like I hadn't watched it except for this week.
Yeah.
Pretty much every movie we've covered so far has been like, I've seen that before a couple times. I'll rewatch it a couple times and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Which, by the way, before we move into the final part of our franchise discussion, speaking of things that we've seen a couple times before, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of a franchise.
Yes,
and before
it
we
is.
move into the next franchise, I figured I'd take this opportunity to elucidate our audience and let you know, in between this franchise and the next, which we've already pulled the Band-Aid off, that's going to be Hellraiser, which a lot of people are looking forward to that I've talked to. But in between those two, we have a palate cleanser. One of Derek's Dirty Dozen. Would you like to tell the folks at home what we're going to watch?
Yes. We are covering John Carpenter's The Fog.
I fucking love that movie too.
Yes. A lot of people have asked me who I've like let in on the, behind the curtain of like, what are you doing between? And I've told them and they're like, well, why that? There is a reason. We will go into it in that episode. And I look forward to that.
It's because Captain Blake from The Fog is actually Jesus Christ. It's our Easter episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think this is our Easter episode.
No, I think that may have been Back to the Hood, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Jesus is going to be very unhappy.
Because I was going to make a joke
us.
about Leprechaun Returns. Like he returns by rolling away the stone or whatever, but it doesn't matter.
It would have been if Scream 7 hadn't happened in the middle of all this.
Boo, Scream 7, you ruined this really, really simple joke.
I want to say that you and I aren't the biggest fans of this franchise.
Leprechaun
No. in general.
Definitely not.
But there are people who love it.
Well, that's something I was going to mention is Walker. We've gone over like the high scores of the worst ones. Would you like to know what he gave this one?
Oh, yeah.
You gave it 3 stars.
On par with the original.
I gave it 3.5.
Okay.
Because I gave the original 3.5. He gave this film half a star.
What the like, why?
I don't know. To piss us off. I think.
because I genuinely have fun with this movie.
Yeah.
And I think I said that with like, with 3 and with 4 and some parts of like Back to the Hood, it's like I have fun with.
Yeah.
But
which will make you put up with a lot,
right,
as long as you're having fun.
But this is like, no, the story is tight.
Yeah.
The script is like, it has enough things in it that are like, oh, that's a reference to the original, or that's a reference to this, or oh, we're pulling in this piece of weird lore from 2, even though that's not in this quote unquote timeline. The effects are good. The makeup is good. The acting is fine. The kills are great.
Great.
Like,
the effects are the best part of the movie.
It has like the right amount of like horror elements, the correct amount of comedy beats. It updates. What I said to you before you had watched it is, you know, if we're looking at this as Leprechaun to Halloween 78, Leprechaun Returns to Halloween 2018. If that's what they're kind of looking at, and they're like, we're doing a legacy sequel, we're going to bring back, you know, characters. This takes place this many years afterwards, but it's the original and this one. That's it.
Yeah.
It achieves those goals
big time. Yeah.
And it does it in the right tone.
I agree.
It repeats the things that it needs to, but it modernizes it.
Yes.
And it works.
Yeah, it does. It really does work. So with the 7 films in total in this franchise, as we have done before.
Yes.
And we mentioned earlier that we did for Candyman in this episode.
Yeah.
7 films too late. 8 if you count Scream 7. If you're nasty, it was. We rank these. And so we can. So here's the question.
I think we're almost identical.
I bet it's going to be the same. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think we've got one flip.
Are you doing 1 to 7 or 7 to 1?
If we went 1 to 7, we would get to the flip at the end or toward the end.
Okay, then let's do that.
Okay.
All right. You go first. First film.
Leprechaun.
Same.
Leprechaun Returns.
Same.
This film that we just discussed today.
Yes.
Leprechaun 2.
Correct.
Leprechaun 3.
Correct.
Leprechaun 4.
Yep.
In space.
Yes.
And then this is where we're going to differ. Because I prefer Leprechaun Back to the Hood to In the Hood.
Okay, and I prefer In the Hood too. It's like I prefer getting hit. I prefer getting hit in the shoulder, not the face. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you like getting hit in the face because you're a pervert.
Yeah. Wait. No. I didn't agree to that. And then also Origins is number 8 for me.
Yeah, it does. It's number 69, baby. It's great. It's a great little movie. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is such a surprising breath of fresh air in the middle of a terrible franchise. Yeah. Because let's call it what it is. Yeah. This has been a slog. It's been bullshit.
Yeah. For us, it is not our favorite. I think that's what I was getting at, is like, it works for some people.
Yeah.
People they like the character. And I don't know.
The character always works.
Yes. And I don't know what the difference is in this, because it's like, these are horror comedies. But like we've talked about, and we love horror comedies because like we love the Chucky franchise.
Yeah.
We love the Evil Dead franchise.
Yeah.
And like
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Something different about we love Gremlins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's just something different about this one where it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't fully click for me.
Yeah.
But Leprechaun Returns is a pleasant surprise.
The first one clicks for me in that way.
Yeah.
And then this is the first one since that one that I think is fully clicked. Well, okay. So we know what we're watching next week. We know what we watched, this week, obviously. We've talked about a few movies that we've watched.
Yeah.
But I think while the getting's good, striking while the iron's hot, we might as well do it one more time before we never have to do it again. Loved in.
Thanks for tuning into the Third Channel podcast. Please, if you have the time, rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any of your favorite podcast apps.
You can follow us on social media at Third Channel Podcast, and you can find me online at @DRosenberg.
You can also reach out to us at thirdchannelpodcast@gmail.com, where we check every message we swear. Third Channel is hosted by PJ Minette
and Derek Rosenberg. Theme song and audio engineering by Fly Guy Ty.
The logo designed by Bell DeVelco.
Episode artwork by Nathan Walkington.
Keep it tuned right here to the Third Channel for all things horror. And remember, don't touch that dial.
Egg salad and eggs.